Good morning, everyone. Welcome to my Tuesday Live here on Facebook and YouTube. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you guys had a wonderful week and weekend. My daughter had spring break, so we took off to Disneyland again. So we had a fun but very tiring week, but very fun. So thank you guys for joining me. Hello, Jill and Lily and Rhonda. Thank you guys so much. I hope you are having a great Tuesday and you're getting some spring weather. It's kind of cool here. We had some spring, almost summer weather last week. It got really hot, but now it's kind of cold again, and it feels kind of nice. But I'm looking forward to more spring weather. I love spring weather. It's awesome. So yeah, this weekend, you might have heard about it. The Home Depot that I go to burned down. So my son was driving past it and he sent me some pictures and said, "Mom, something's burning." And I think it's the Home Depot. And so sure enough, it was, and unfortunately it's all gone. So, but everybody got out, nobody was hurt. And there was a pet boarding place next door, and all the pets got out and they were safe too. So at least that is good. But we're lucky that we actually have another Home Depot not too far away. So I was planning on going and getting some plants and some seeds and doing some spring planting. But I guess I'm not going to go to that Home Depot. I have to go to the other one. So do you guys like to plant anything, or do any spring flowers or vegetable garden? That's what I'm gonna do, is a vegetable garden, so we can have like fresh vegetables. I love fresh lettuce and fresh vegetables. So much fun. Hey, Rhonda. Good to see you, or good to see you say hi. Okay, sorry, I'm just fiddling with some things here. And I'm gonna try a couple different things. I am using a software called Switcher Studio to film this, and it allows me to switch between my iPad right here, and then I have my iPhone up there, and then you can add up to 9 devices. So you can add other iPhones, other iPads, or laptops. Unfortunately, it only works on the iOS Mac systems. But it's just really easy and pretty intuitive and easy to learn. I'm going to be doing some videos on Switcher Studio, sponsored by Switcher Studio. So thank you to Switcher Studio for that. Just explaining the software and how to use it a little bit more, and how to prepare for lives and what I do. So you're welcome to watch those as well. Good morning, Kathy and Dawn. Thanks for joining. Okay, so one thing that I'm trying to do is I know maybe there's software or something that I need to download, that I was gonna download to connect my computer as well, but I haven't figured out exactly where that is. But they have video tutorials on their website as well as on YouTube, so really fun. Okay, so today I'm going to be showing you some cards made with the Paradise Palms bundle, which I have been waiting to use for a really long time because it's so pretty, and I love ocean, tropical themed stamps. It just reminds me of Hawaii. I love Hawaii, and my parents lived there for I think 6 years, and my brother lived there for I think over 10 years. So I was able to go visit a lot, so that was really nice. Just so you know, pardon the noise in the background, we're having 2 of our bathrooms renovated, and my college son is home as well, so he's having breakfast. So I apologize if there's any noises in the background, but that's what's going on. So I'm just gonna check one other place here, platforms. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the raffle prize. So let me go. What I wanted to do is connect my computer so you could see the random number generator when I do the prizes. So I will prep that for next time because it's fun to see how that works, and it's exciting because then your name might come up. So fun stuff. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do this right here, and we have, okay, we have Susan Foster Tennell. I forgot to tell you what the prize was. It's the Artistry Blooms adhesive backed sequins, really pretty. They're retiring, but they coordinate with the, let's see, Expressions in Ink bundle, and no, Artistically Inked bundle and Expressions in Ink DSP. Sometimes I get the names of the stamps and the paper and the dies all mixed up, but this goes with that initial suite. So really pretty, but can be used with any project that you're working on. So congratulations, Susan. I'm just gonna write your name down. I keep track. And then this week's prize is super fun. It is in the mini catalog, and I haven't used this suite yet, but I was kind of playing around with it last week and it was really fun. It is the adhesive backed sequins. So there's 3 different fun colors. I want to say Just Jade, Petal Pink, and Basic Black. And you get 90 of them. So pretty good. So just make sure you say hi and comment and share the video, and I will enter you into the raffle, and hopefully I'll have everything set up next week so that you can see the little random number generator, because that's fun. I think that would be fun to see. Alrighty, Roo. Just gonna refresh that so I can see, because it's not, okay. All right, so I'm pretty sure my sound is off, so that's good. Okay, all right, so Paradise Palms card. So this is a really fun bundle with all these fun palm trees and this little piece of land and grass, and there's a sun, and there's even some coconuts, little coconuts. So super cute. And then of course the dies to go with them, the palms dies. I went ahead and splurged a little bit, and I got the Stampin' Storage plastic holders for all of their magnet cards, and so it just fit. I mean, look at it, it just fits perfectly. And then I can put the name of the dies on this little tab here instead of having to leave room, because I used to put it up here on the magnet card itself, and then sometimes the dies would cover it and I couldn't see, and but now I can see everything. It's really nice. I'm gonna do a little video on that as well to show you my organizing tips, because I love organizing. So let's see. So let me change the view here to my iPhone, and let's show you the first card. So here's our first card. It's pretty simple, and I used the Horizons Designer Series paper, which is just gorgeous paper. It's amazing, and it makes it so easy to make a card with it. So I'm just gonna pull all of my little ingredients here for my card. Really simple. I cut these 2 pieces out of the Fluid 100 watercolor paper, and we're gonna do a little bit of fun watercoloring. And then this is just a 4 by 5 1/4 piece of the Horizons Designer Series paper, and it looks like a tropical, you know, sunset, you know, and maybe that's the ocean out there. It's just I mean, amazing, gorgeous paper. You really, really should get some because even if you're not that into scenery, the background, the back sides of the paper are really cool, watercolory looking backgrounds. So I'm just into all of this because I love tropical and I love watercolor. So I just love this so much. Okay, so now we're gonna do a little bit of watercoloring. I'm gonna grab my garden green and my water painter. I think this is not the right one because it's like empty. This is the right one. And then I'm gonna grab like a little piece of scrap paper. So, and then I'm gonna do a little bit of watercoloring. Love watercoloring. So let's start with the grass. And how I do watercoloring is I get my paper wet first. That was a little bit too wet, so I'm gonna move that over a little bit. But then that allows the color to just kind of do its own thing. So I'm just gonna apply a really light, like coat, a light brushing of the garden green on here. And then I'm gonna grab some dark. And I'm just gonna kind of start it at the bottom and just kind of let it spread, let it do its thing. See how it's like spreading? So cool. I love watercoloring. So add a little bit over here. Whoops, I did too much water again. It's good to have like a paper towel nearby if you do that. But this is fun because then the green can just really work in there. Okay, and you can come back to it and add more and more layers of color as you want to. Since we're using watercolor paper, it's gonna be able to handle all the water. So I'm gonna do the same thing here. This time I'm gonna squeeze a little bit less, and I'm gonna get all these palm leaves wet. We used to have a palm tree in front of our house, and I think it was a female because it had these big, huge clumps of seeds. And so basically it was seeding like the whole neighborhood, and all the little baby palm trees were so hard to pull out because I didn't want to have like 100 palm trees in my yard. And so unfortunately, and it cost a lot because you have to maintain them and trim them like every year. And it costs hundreds of dollars because somebody has to climb up there and trim all the dead leaves off that are here, like on the bottom area. So unfortunately, we took the palm tree out. But our neighbors have palm trees, so we can still see the palm trees. So I'm just gonna add, a little bit of dark up here, and then I'm just gonna let the water kind of do its thing. But I love adding contrast, and I love how you can do that with watercoloring. So you see that let me take it off the paper here, but you can see there's a lot of contrast there. Doesn't that look cool? And that's kind of, how palm trees look. They're not just one solid green color. They have some contrast. So a little bit more on the edges there. And I'm just gonna clean off my brush by pressing it, letting the water out, and I'm brushing it on my little Stampin' scrub. And now I'm gonna move to soft suede. So do you guys like watercoloring, or is it something that you don't feel comfortable with?
I love watercoloring.
Oh, yep, my son loves watercoloring. We did watercoloring of a hydrangea together. That was fun. There are these little kits that you can purchase at letsmakeart.com, and you can pick whatever you want to paint, and they have flowers and animals and like different scenery, and so it's pretty cool. And I went crazy and I bought a whole bunch. I even bought a beach scene, and unfortunately I've only had time to do the hydrangea. So now that my son's home, I think we can, I'll try to set aside some time so we can do some of the others, because there's like a sunflower and all kinds of fun things. Okay, so pretty. So you see how I just put the dark on one side, kind of like the light is coming this way. And then let's see, I think I'm gonna add a little bit more green to the grass. So I'm just gonna clean this off because I want the grass to be a little bit darker. Oh, you like watercoloring, Kathy? Yay! Okay, so I want this to be darker. So I'm just gonna go ahead and add a little more base layer of dark. And then I'm gonna come in here with the really dark stuff, and I'm just gonna put it again on like the left side of all these little pieces here. And then, you know, let the water do its thing. Let the water kind of spread it around. Oops. I'll put some like at the bottom, maybe like here. Yeah. See how that's spreading right there? Makes it look cool. Okay, so now we kind of have our grass all nice and ready. So we're gonna let those dry a little bit so I can stamp the sentiment. So we've got this cute little sentiment. Hope you find paradise wherever you may be. And I stamped that in soft suede, and that is the Paradise Palms. So I love the little sayings. I always love having happy birthday, but wishing you a warm and beachy day, and hope you find a little paradise wherever you may be. So we're gonna do that one. So let me find where I put that one, because I've already stamped one. Okay, cannot find it. Oh, there it is. So yes, so I've stamped it and I've cut it out with the, oh, I just forgot. I want to say it's the succulent dies. I will look it up. And it'll be on my supply list, so in the description, so you'll see what dye I used. And then for the sun, I used a combination of daffodil and mango melody, so I stamped it in the daffodil ink. And then I used mango melody sponge dauber around the edges. This is kind of like the rock and roll technique. And then I stamped it, so I kind of have that two-toned look, that orangey mango color around the edges there. So fun. Okay, so all of those go flat, and then these two have dimensionals on them. So might as well use that one up. It smells like pancakes and syrup. Smells good. Okay, so we'll put the sun up here, and then we will go ahead, and it's a little bit wet. You could use your heat tool to kind of dry it more quickly, but I'm gonna go ahead and put it down. I'm gonna put it up a little bit, so like right there. And then for the palm tree, I'm gonna use a little bit of liquid glue after I get the top stuff off. And just get a little bit of glue on there and on some of the leaves here. And then we'll put our little palm tree on. Looks so pretty, watercolored. Oh, I love it. So, so pretty. Okay. And then you can just use a block or your ink pad to help you press that down. And then just the sentiment, I'm just gonna put just like right over here, you know, so you can still see the grass and the palm tree and the scenery. That's why I made it so tight and small. It just like barely fit on this die, but I wanted to make sure that it wasn't so big that it was blocking just the beautiful scene. All right, so that's the first card. What do you guys think? Hope you like it. Okay, let's see here. Okay, so my next one I'm gonna show you is super fun because I finally used the, let's see, go this way, Gentle Waves background, because I thought, oh, so perfect. Of course it goes with the Paradise Palms stamp set, right? So here is the background, and I'm gonna do a little trick with the background. Let me grab, so I've got a piece. This is 3 7/8 by 5 1/8, and I'm gonna be stamping it this way. And I'm going to be using Coastal Cabana and crumb cake. And so I'm just gonna ink up like half and half. So like, I'm just gonna put some crumb cake down here, and then I'm gonna put some Coastal Cabana up at the top, and right there. And then we can use the blending brushes. I'll leave that out. So I've got my Coastal Cabana blending brush, and I'm just gonna kind of use that to rub that in a little bit, soften it up a little bit. So to me, the waves are kind of starting there. And then I'm gonna use my crumb cake blending brush. So you can use these to ink up your stamps, and it just makes this really nice soft. Ooh, I see a little boo-boo right there. So I'm just gonna grab a wipe, and I'm gonna wipe that off, because I don't want these colors to mix. I want them to be separate. Okay, so now I can take my blending brush here, and I can just blend in some of the sand up here. It'll be lighter. So I'm gonna just kind of rub. It's gonna all be lighter. It'll still be textured. It'll just be lighter. And then I'm gonna bring in, so I'm gonna soften these up too then. Soften these up, and I'm gonna bring this down a little bit because I don't want them to mix. And so then I've got a crumb cake marker. I'm just making sure this is crumb cake. And I'm just going to color and bring the color up to a certain point. So like this line right here, because I want a very definite like demarcation. Because I tried it earlier, and when the colors mix, it does not look good. No, no, no. Okay, I'm just gonna kind of, it looks like I forgot to rub this part in. You can get more ink, kind of rub that all in. Fun. Okay, so now I need my Coastal Cabana marker, and it should be right here, but it's not. So sorry, I'm gonna grab it. Coastal Cabana, here we go. So Coastal Cabana marker, and I'm just gonna go color up to where I colored the crumb cake right there, so that it turns out super nice. Super nice. Just right there, because that looks wavy. Okay, so now I'm ready to stamp. I need some more scrap paper. And I'm gonna put the paper like this, and then go like this, and I'm just gonna make sure that this is gonna be at the bottom here. And then I'm just going to stamp. Okay, and I like to stand up when I'm doing this. So, standing up to get a little bit of pressure on here. Okay, and then voila! Oh, so pretty. Isn't that pretty? I love it. Love it, love it. Okay, so now we're gonna do a little bit more blending. So we're just gonna kind of fill it in a little bit. So I'm just gonna go with my crumb cake and just kind of add some more color, particularly here at the bottom. I want there to be a bit of like an ombre effect, and it gets lighter up here. So you can kind of fill that in. And then we'll do the Coastal Cabana. So we'll get a little bit of Coastal Cabana, and we'll do all the rest of the card. We'll go up all the way to the top, but it's gonna be nice and light at the top, and then I'm gonna get a little bit more ink and get right there, and then I'm gonna put it at the bottom here. A little bit more, like a little bit more right there, but a lot right there. Okay, yay! So that is our background, our super pretty background. And I'm just going to layer it on some crumb cake. So I'm just gonna make sure I trimmed it right. It doesn't look like I did. I usually like trim things in bulk. Like I trim, 8 to, sometimes a whole pack of cardstock at a time. And so unfortunately it's not always as precise as I would like it to be. So that one's just a tiny bit off right there. So that's why I love this little mini cutter. I wish they still sold it. So now let me check this. This looks way off. Yeah. That looks pretty good. A little bit off. Just helps me really get everything nice and straight. Okay. So now it should fit very nicely. There we go. That looks excellent. Okay. Hello, Connie and Mary Ellen and Dawn. Thank you for joining us. We're gonna bring in summer with these Paradise Palms cards. Yeah. Okay, so now we're gonna stamp some of the palm trees. So we have the what are they called? I just forgot. Not the stem, the bottom. I forgot the name of the palm trees. So just got this piece of basic white here, and these are fun because they are distinctive and they are textured, and so there's some texture to them. And so you're just gonna stamp one. See that fun texture on there, hopefully. Pretty cool. And then we'll do this straight one. So you've got two different shapes here, but you could bend these to whatever shape you want, but the dies wouldn't work with them if you did that, though. Just a little warning. Okay, and then we're gonna do the top of the palm trees. We're gonna have some fun with some garden green and some pear pizzazz. So we are going to stamp them in pear pizzazz. I think I need to re-ink that. And then we are going to use our garden green sponge dauber, and we're gonna do a little bit of coloring. So we're just gonna kind of go around some of the edges or sides there and get some of these to be darker. So we'll just stamp that right there, and then it gives it this like two-tone look. So I like that look. I like when it's varied. Okay, so now we've got our big stamp. We're gonna do the same thing. So we're gonna stamp it in the pear pizzazz, and then we're just gonna take our sponge dauber and we're gonna be very deliberate about where we are placing the garden green ink. We're only gonna do it like on the top edge or the bottom edge, just pick an edge of the palm tree. So I'm just gonna stamp that. Ooh, pretty. So hopefully you can see that. I don't know which way to go to put it in my camera because it's like backwards. Okay, so I have already stamped and cut those out. Ta-da! Magic of television, right? Although this is, we have to change the phrase to magic of video or magic of a Facebook Live or something like that. Okay, so I'm gonna put dimensionals on the top, and I think I'm gonna do a mini dimensional for this one, maybe 2. And then we're gonna put some liquid glue on the, it's not a stalk, it's not a stem, I still cannot remember the words. Is it trunk? I guess it's trunk of the tree. Trunk of a palm tree. Sounds kind of weird to me. Okay, so I love how on the dies, I don't know if you noticed, but at the top there's this little circle which allows you to more easily attach the top of this so that it's not so skinny. So if you're popping this up, then it would be like super easy to just put a little mini adhesive dimensional there and then pop this on. But these are gonna be my trunks, I guess they're trunks, are gonna be flat. So I'm just going to place them like this. They're just kind of hanging out here. You could cut out another one of these and you could go like that. That might look cool. This one I watercolored with the crumb cake and the garden green. So you could do that. Although it would look better with old olive. And I'm gonna tuck this one behind and just go like that. So cute. Okay, and then, I don't know, what do you guys think? Should I add that? Just maybe like a little bit like that. Just like cut off a little bit. Bing. I'm just gonna do that and I'm just gonna add this because I think it looks nice. Sometimes I get these ideas like after I already created the card. Okay, so I'm gonna put it down here. I'm gonna encourage this grass. Okay, maybe I need to, no, that grass piece is fine. So very cool. And then I've already stamped wishing you a warm and beachy kind of day. Whoops. And I have cut it out with the, oh no, I've forgotten all of my other dies. Harvest, I wanna say the Harvest dies that were in the holiday catalog and are being carried over into the new catalog coming out next month. So I'm gonna put this up here so I don't cover the grass this time. So have a warm and beachy kind of day. Whoops, and then you put it on the card base. I like to use dimensionals, so I'll do that later. But there's my second card. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Nope, this way. Ah, there we go. Isn't that fun? And isn't that background perfect? It is so perfect. I love it. Okay, so now for my third card, gonna do a little bit more watercoloring. Let's see. And we're gonna start, so I used watercolor paper for all of these, and I usually don't. I usually use shimmery white. I usually like cheap out, but it's always fun to like use the watercolor paper once in a while, you know? So I'm gonna use Balmy Blue because it's a perfect color for the sky. And where did my Daffodil Delight go? So I've got the mango, but I'm not gonna use mango this time. And I've got my water painter. So for some reason I had put my Daffodil Delight away, which I don't want to do. So I've got my stamp ready, and I'm gonna start with the sun. I did a little watercoloring with my sun. So again, I'm going to just get this wet right here. And then I'm gonna grab some ink, and I'm gonna stamp it where I got it wet. And I'm just gonna, ooh, cool. I'm just gonna let it kind of do its thing a little bit. Let it spread. I'm gonna encourage the spreading here a little bit. You don't really need any more ink because the ink is like already there. Just kind of spread that beautiful sunlight all around. Okay, and then clean off your brush. And now we're gonna add, but I'm gonna be careful I don't want it to blend with the yellow. But I'm gonna add some water just kind of all around it. And then down here. Because I like to let the water do the work and work its magic. Okay, so I added a whole bunch of water. So now I'm gonna get just the lightest balmy blue on here first. And I'm just gonna kind of work that in a little bit. Okay. It's just, oh, I love watercoloring. It's just like, it reminds me of coloring with crayons. It's just very relaxing and just gorgeous. It's fun to see the results. It's really fun. Okay, and each one is going to be different, right? Because it's all different. So it's cool. Okay, so I think that looks pretty good. I think I am going to bring this up a little bit now into here. So it looks like it's still connected a little bit. And then we've got a little bit of yellow going on down there, which is fine. Cool. But I like how this one, look how it like blended over into there. I think that looks so cool. Okay, let's see. So now, I'm gonna let this dry, and then I'm gonna stamp my palm trees. Let's see. So I've got my palm trees, and I'm just gonna use my markers to color it. So I've got the soft suede again, and this is just super, easy peasy. And you know what would be really fun? It would be fun to stamp it on watercolor paper and then cut it out. I think I might do that and make this look watercolory too. So get lots of ink on there, lots of ink. And then I did Old Olive for the top. And you can always re-ink your markers. The re-inkers are not just for your ink pads, but you can also re-ink your markers. And I will show you how to do that in a moment after I get these all colored. And then I'm going to spritz them with a little bit of water. This is water. The blue indicates water, not alcohol. And I'm gonna change this out for some watercolor paper here. I've got some extra watercolor paper. So I'm just gonna spritz it over to the side so it doesn't, so I don't get everything. Oh no, I just smudged it. Oh. Okay, well, we'll just go with it. Yeah, not bad. Ooh, look how pretty that looks. Isn't that fun? I just love all the, different watercoloring techniques that you can do. Okay, so you're gonna let that dry and cut it out. I've already cut one out, but it is not the watercolored one, unfortunately. But I'll do that for my single YouTube video that I'll film later. Okay, so now that this is mostly dry, I'm going to layer it on some balmy blue. So I'm just gonna check it to make sure that everything looks even. And this piece does not look even right there somehow. So I don't know if it's this side, tiny bit. That side. And check this side. That side's pretty good. I didn't chop anything. Oh, it's this side. Okay, might as well check this one. Pretty sure this one's good though, because all I did was cut it in half. So the watercolor paper comes in a pack, and I want to say it's like 3. It is 4 by 6. No, it's longer than that, because I think I cut these down some more. And I think it's 5 by 7. So I always like cut them in half and usually just like use half. Okay, so I cut that a little too much, so I'm just gonna trim tiny bits off of this. I cut too much of the balmy blue. So yes, that looks good. So we'll just layer this on here. Pretty watercolor background with our sun. So pretty. And then this is one of the die pieces that comes with the palm dies that, so pretty and so fun. I saw somebody, like, I don't know how, but they put them together and they used it as a template, and then they used a blending brush to get the color so that they had this pattern as a background, like 4 of them, and it looked super cool. But this one we're gonna trim. So bring this over so I can see. We're gonna trim it right there because it's a little bit long. And then you could use that for something else. And use some glue to put this down. And I'm just gonna put the glue like in the middle and not on the ends, because the ends are kind of sticking out. So I don't wanna put glue on the ends. Okay. And I have to give a shout out, thank you to Shay, my team member who's helping me out today with the comments. So thank you so much, Shay. It is very much appreciated. And then this is old olive, a bit of old olive grass that I cut out. We'll put that on there, just like, yeah, like so. And then I put this one on dimensionals. So I'm gonna do the mini dimensionals here. And then I'm not gonna worry, maybe I'll put one over on this side. I'm not gonna worry about the other side really. Okay, and then we can put these on. The watercolored ones are gonna look so cool. Exciting. Okay, and then I have some of the twine that's part of the Essentials twine. I'm gonna use this like tan color, and I'm just gonna wrap it around my 3 fingers, 1, 2, 3 times, and just cut that off. And then I'm just going to take the middle where it meets and twist it over like that. And then I'm gonna put some adhesive just right here where I wanna put it. And then I can stick this whole thing down. that. Nice. Whoops. And then I have stamped happy birthday, and I cut it out with, would you believe it, the Give It a Whirl dies. I used this little rectangle die right here, and I did the trick where you roll it through and you cut one side, and then you line it up, and then you roll it through again and cut the other side so that you can make it shorter, because I wanted it to be, all of these I wanted to be just really super tight so that you could see the scenery, because it's all about the scenery on these cards because they're so pretty. Okay, so I'm going to use a regular dimensional for that. Yay. And then this is just on dimensionals on a thick basic white cardstock. I'm just going to move all this aside, and I'm just going to use the regular dimensionals, and then I have a couple more cards to show you. One of them we are doing at my team meeting tomorrow night, and we're going to use some of that shimmery embossing paste. I love it. I love that stuff. It's so pretty to make the waves. Oh, I got something on there. Let's see if I can erase it. And so we're just going to place that in the middle, and that's it. So now I got to find my sand eraser though, because I see all these little colors that don't belong there. I don't know where my sand eraser got put, so I will have to do it later. Darn it. Okay, but anyway, really, really fun. Let's see, move it up and over. There we go. Really, really fun, pretty, and simple card. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna show you the other cards. I'm gonna put this aside because I'm gonna erase that. And as always, I'm offering a free card class. So this is the card class. What a fun and beautiful card class. You'll receive all the supplies for free. Nothing will be stamped, so you will need the stamps. You will need the bundle. So if you purchase the bundle, the card kit is free. Or if you place a $40 order, both using my current host code, and then just email me and let me know that you would like this card kit, then I will send it to you. And you will have a really fun time. But let me show you a couple of other cards. So this is the card we're gonna do tomorrow night. Here's a little sneaky peeky if any of my team members are watching. I know one of them is. And we are gonna do some clouds, and we're gonna do some masking to create the sand and the ocean. And then, I don't know if you can see the sparkly waves there, kind of. Oh, there you go. Yeah, so we're gonna put some shimmery paste on there. This one I put even more, and some pebbles on there, and clouds, and just such pretty cards you can make with this bundle. And then this one I love because it's like a simple sunset card. So I just used the blending brush with some Daffodil Delight, Pumpkin Pie, and Rich Raspberry, and then I just stamped the palm trees in black. So that's another possibility for this bundle. So super, super cute bundle. And of course, don't forget the Gentle Waves background goes really, really well with this stamp set. And I want to say, I think it is retiring. So you want to get it before it's gone. I think I put my retiring list over here so I can check, which leads me to the retiring list. So I have put on my Facebook page pictures, because it's so much easier to look at pictures of everything that is on sale. There's more things that are retiring from the list, but these are the things that are on sale. So these are all 50% off. So I did a 50% off picture. These are 40% off. And then we have lots of 20% off. So these are all 20% off. And these are all 20% off. And some of these things are already gone. So don't wait because these could sell out at any time, any of these, and they won't restock them. So just make sure that you've got like the birthday chick dies. Oh, and I mean, they're half off. That's ridiculous. All these dies that are half off, that is amazing. That is totally worth it to get those dies. So let's see. I organized this by, okay, so we have stamp sets. I don't see it in stamp sets. Oh, is it really staying? That would be so fun. No, here's stamp sets, but it's not. Is it in alphabetical order? It is. Okay, I don't see it there either. Okay, so maybe I'm wrong. So I will check on that as well to be more precise about that. I don't think I have my new catalog here with me, but the new catalog, all demonstrators have been able to order, do a little pre-order from it, and it is, I can only show you the cover, so I'm gonna grab the cover real quick. I'm not allowed to show you any of the inside pages yet. But here it is, the new annual catalog. So pretty. I went and got mine spiral bound. I just take it to FedEx Kinko's and they cut it for me and spiral bound it, and I don't get the plastic cover at the beginning or the end because I think it's just fine spiral bound. And so this is the one that I got mailed to me. I'm so excited. So I'm just gonna pull it over here real quick and I'm gonna look up Gentle Waves, and it is not in here. So it is retiring. Gentle Waves. So don't miss out on this one. I mean, if you love ocean or water or anything like that, you should definitely get that. Okay, so annual catalog, it starts May, I want to say May 3rd. Let me check here, May 3rd. And if you place an order with me, I will be automatically sending you a catalog as well. And if you would like to place an order with me, I will also send you a new catalog because I got all my catalogs. I have a whole stack of them ready to ship out. So place an order and I will send you the new catalog. So exciting, and you get to see all the new in colors. I said I was gonna, did I say I was gonna do a video? All the new in colors, so pretty. So I should have had them ready, but here are some of the items. So let's do a little bit of in colors real quick because we have a couple minutes left. So we've got Sweet Sorbet and Parakeet Party and Tahitian Tide and Orchid Oasis and Starry Sky. So which one is your favorite? Which one do you like the most? I'm not sure yet. I wanna say Orchid Oasis. I'm really excited to use that. This just does not want to stay like that. Doop. So I'm gonna also be doing a series of videos to show you basic things like how to apply your stickers. And it's fun now because they give you 2 blank stickers. So I put one on the back because this used to be in Japanese, but we're no longer in the Japan market. So this one is now blank. So you put the name here and then you put the other blank one inside here. And then I use Vaseline and a Q-tip, and I put Vaseline here in my, what are these called? Grooves. So that, look how smoothly that slides. And there's less resistance. So really nice. And then if you have a hard time opening it like a compact, you can just push right here. See? And then you can open that up. And then definitely use the Vaseline. That's gonna help. Okay, so pretty. And there are fun papers that it comes with as well, or you can purchase as well. So there's these, and then there's these. So they let us do, this is the rainbow, not rainbow, in color glimmer paper. So let's check this out. Oh my gosh, and it's ombre too. I love ombre. Wow, they're thick. So it's having a hard time coming out. Well, let's do the sweet sorbet. So there's the sweet sorbet. And then we've got the parakeet party. Woo, pretty. And then we've got the Tahitian tide. Woo. And the orchid oasis. Come on. Oh, it does look purple. I was hoping for another purple, so I'm loving the orchid oasis. Or is that starry sky? Maybe that's, okay, that's it. The whole thing's coming out. Huh, no, this is orchid oasis. Wow, this looks purple to me. What do you guys think? Does that look blue or purple? I'm not sure. Okay, so now we also have the In Color Designer Series paper. So that is fun too, and it comes in all the same colors in a couple different patterns. So we have this pattern, and we have this pattern. Ooh, I love the plaid. Ooh, and I love polka dots too. And then we've got the Tahitian tide, but you get it. So all of those as well. And then this is the glimmer paper. And I like to make little, 3x6 samples. And I will be posting information about my designer series paper swap that will be available starting in May, when all of the items come out. And then what else is there? There's the blends marker. These are the right markers, and then they have blends markers in all the colors as well. And then I think they have, here's my little embellishment or organization. This is 2001, 2003. Oh, let's see. Was it a bigger one? It is a bigger one. So I think some of these are the new in colors. It doesn't say what colors these are, but I think in the new catalog it does. So I'll look that up. But the glossy dots assortment, very, very pretty. And then we also were able to order these rustic metallic adhesive dots. So those are new. And then there are also the previous In Colors opal rounds in 2 different sizes. So pretty. I love the fresh freesia. I just love all those colors. I'm so glad we have another year with them. Okay, so that's the new one for the embellishments. And I think that's all I have for now. There's definitely more, and I will be making, so this is going to be my little sample booklet right here, but lots of fun stuff coming in the new catalog. So thank you guys so much for joining me this week. I am so happy to be back. Please invite your friends to join us to watch next week. We're going to be doing the Seize the Day bundle, super cute with the underwater scenes. You see a theme here? It's like all water. But then we'll be doing the ladybugs the week after. And then I have a new catalog party coming up on Saturday, May 14th. It's going to be in person and on Zoom, so you can join us. The supply fee is $15, and I'll send you 3 make and takes. And then you can join us for the fun. We're gonna have lots of giveaways and a game, and everybody really enjoys it. So I hope you can join us as well. So I will see you guys next Tuesday. As always, if you have any questions or need anything, please go ahead and contact me. Here is, oh, that's the March hostess code. I need to do a new overlay with the new code and my information. So thank you guys so much, and I will see you